Obama never misses the opportunity to remind us what a piece of shit he is. This is not the first time that he puts out a statement.
Everybody that was a candidate to be a Nobel Prize to be considered this year, their applications had to be submitted before January 31st of 2025, which means President Trump had just been president for 11 days. You can't nominate him. He hadn't done anything yet. You know, President Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize 8.5 months of being a president. You know what that means? That means 2 weeks after he became president, they started nominating him to be considered as a Nobel Prize winner.
Wow.
So even though we say he won the Nobel Prize only 9 months later, he didn't. He won it 2 weeks later. Think about the madness of people who nominated him 2 weeks later, and you have a guy here that is stopping all the wars that started under Biden, you know, whether it's, think about the stuff that he's doing, but the level of hypocrisy. The one person I will give credit to is, I thought it was such a beautiful moment where Maria Corina Machado, who ends up getting the Nobel Peace Prize, in her tweet, she did something that Obama should have done. She gave credit to the president and the White House, and that's how class looks like. Good for Maria Corina Machado.
The desire on the part of a lot of people in MAGA, and this is channeling, I'm sure, what Trump is feeling for credit. President Obama put out this post talking about the peace deal and the prospects of it, and Don Jr. responded to it. I'll finish it for you. Thank you, Donald Trump. Honestly, it's not unfair to say if President Obama is going to write a whole post about a peace deal, maybe he should acknowledge the president that brokered it.
If Donald Trump...
Yes, I have never seen the level of hatred Trump is getting. I don't understand. These people will never appreciate him, no matter what. You know, I've seen reactions on social media after Obama actually sent that out. You know, what is difficult for Obama to say it loudly? Obama can't say that. For what reasons? I don't get it. Sometimes when you look at people reacting to this, they are not crazy. They have the right to do that. They have been seeing what Obama is doing. I went through the comment sections of that tweet Obama put out. What I saw, there was no single person saying something positive. That should tell you how people have waken up. They know exactly what Obama is doing. It's crazy. We are in a war where people can hate for nothing. If you do a good thing, they don't appreciate. But this should be a motivation to Trump to continue. He should not stop, making peace in around the world.
Do you think he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize if this deal actually is carried out?
Well, first of all, if we're able to have peace in the Mideast, that is a good thing. That's a really big deal. But as far as why did he not get it this year, to your point, right? The deadline was in January. But it's kind of interesting because he's been a little obsessed about the Nobel Peace Prize for a long time, so much so that President Obama lives rent-free in his head because he talks about him a lot. But if he wins it,
but do you think?
Absolutely.
But do you think that he would deserve it for this particular?
Yes. Yeah,
achievement,
absolutely. We're building. That's a good thing. We should all celebrate that.
I actually think he was nominated. I think he was nominated in December by Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. He was nominated prior to. So I think there is a level of frustration.
But not for this.
Yes,
You're talking about
obviously not for
December.
this. No, this didn't happen. But from the Abraham Accords and other things, I think from the first
But
administration.
nobody
Nobody
lobbies like this. And if there is an accord, then it is.
Look, I think there's also some frustration from MAGA world. If you look, 4 presidents have got the Nobel Peace Prize, 3 of whom were Democrats. One was Barack Obama. He was barely in office, 6-7 months before he got the Nobel Peace Prize. They gave one to Al Gore in his second career as a climate alarmist. I mean, he got that in 2007. So you can understand there's some frustration given what just took place and why they're like, hey, what's going on here?
Well,
let me just play.
I know, but can I just say one thing? This is not that kind of it's not a kids' soccer team where everybody gets a statue.
A participation
trophy.
trophy.
It seems so strange to fix. I know you actually think it's odd to fixate on it. He will get it next year if he brokers this peace deal. Yeah. I think Scott's right about that.
You're saying fixated on it. I mean, yeah, obviously he wants it. I mean, there's no question he wants it. Of course, he thinks
he is
deserves it. I think a lot of
fixated
people believe
on it.
He's
definitely fixated on it. But I want
to think it's a Nobel Peace Prize. This is the peace president. He's brokered peace deals all over the world. This one happening right now, and this has dominated our world conversation for the last 2 years. and everyone involved has said it would not have been solved if not but for Donald Trump. I don't know how you don't give it to him. If they don't give it to him over this, then this thing is completely and totally lost all meaning, and who would want it?
If this works, no, there's lots of people.
Donald Trump is many things, one of them being a hater. Him and his team coming out talking about he was snubbed for the Nobel Peace Prize. Sir, what have you done this presidency or the last that would merit a Nobel Peace Prize? The only reason that man wants it is because Obama got it. He wants it because Obama has a Nobel Peace Prize. That's his biggest competition. That's his op. Ever since the White House Correspondents' Dinner and Birthergate, where Obama kind of like humiliated him and poked fun at him, like there's been something in his heart that really has never let it go. And having a Nobel Peace Prize is almost to be like, yeah, I got it too. He wants to one-up Obama. He may talk so much shit about Biden.
Yes, I get irritated when I listen to people like this. This is a Libra. She spent her entire time doing this, saying Trump won the Nobel Peace Prize because Obama got it is totally false. Yes. If she can outline what Obama did to deserve that, then I can pay attention to what she's saying. I want to know what Obama did. Obama did not even spend any time as the president, but immediately he got down. TDS is everywhere. Yeah, it affects a lot of people. Reason. You can actually reason like me if you have that in you. Going deep into what Trump is doing, Trump has actually brought peace into many nations. We should acknowledge that. I was impressed seeing CNN trying to say, oh, what Obama put out was insane. Trump is not competing with Obama. Yeah, he has done a lot. He deserves something better than the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, in my understanding, if you are sitting here saying, oh, Trump is there wanting this because he wants to compete with Obama, that's crazy. People talk about Obama because they have struggled to understand why Obama got that till they can't comprehend. Reason you see a lot of people talking about Obama getting that. That's one thing this lady can't even understand, but she put out videos like this on social media. It's ridiculous.
Did you get a chance to check out Barack Obama's statement? Now, there was nothing inherently wrong with the statement, but there is something I noticed. Did you notice something there or not notice something there? While I appreciate him for not creating drama around this topic, which a lot of the Democrats love to do, I find it interesting that it's so difficult for them to, at the same time, acknowledge President Trump for his work in that, because he is who has brokered that deal.
If you take a look at this, after 2 years of unimaginable loss and suffering for their families and the people of God, we should all be encouraged and relieved that an end to the conflict is within sight, that those hostages still being held will be reunited with their families, and that vital aid can start reaching those inside. You know, who initiated this? That is a question I'm asking. Trump, right? You have put that writing, acknowledging that what Trump did is very important without calling his name. You can see the level of hypocrisy with these people. Not only him, watching Bernie Sanders, he did the same thing. Democrat can't stop. I don't know why the level of politics had to reach this level. Like, seriously, it is insane.
My team informed me that there's more and that we needed to play, and I think it's SOT 31.
You really go there, and then do you really say? Because how many times somebody asks, "What are you thinking about?" And you're like, "Well, let me make up a thing because I don't want to actually tell you what I was thinking about."
Right now.
Which was like the way you're chewing makes me want to smack you upside the head.
And somehow Michelle Obama thinks this is going to make her super relatable by always talking about how much she loathes her life partner.
I don't know if Michelle Obama can realize that over criticizing the husband is embarrassing herself. Yeah, every single time she's doing this, at a certain point, I don't see this to be okay. As of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm.
Joke even for.
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do them.
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama
is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Right.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show where he lies his ass off to the American people.
Well, there are repercussions to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there,
not all the same people that are in these polite...
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said, that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle, he's not wrong.